speaking of the Bucs, we'll start off with them Thursday night game against the Falcons. I mean, yeah, that division, your division, the Falcons and Saints, they've just caused to cause chaos because, yeah,
Mhm.
only God knows now they want to perform. Not to say, do you know what I mean? But yeah, the Bucs, that was a bad loss for them, and I think you saw it from how vexed Todd Bowles was after the game. I don't think I've ever seen him like that before.
Yeah, it was an interesting game, to be fair. The Bucks blew
Mm,
it. The
yeah,
Bucks blew it at the end of the game. Um, sorry,
it's all right.
Mr. Kyle Pitts turned up though.
Contract year.
It's a contract year, but I feel like people have been saying for a few years that he's a bust, and they wasted the fourth overall pick with him. I think like if they put him in these type of situations and use him more in the right,
Mm.
or as a wide receiver than a tight end, I think that's where they get the best out of him.
Do you think that was partly because there was no Drake London as well, though?
Of course, of course. The less obviously Drake London's the number one.
Hmm.
So without him being there, obviously Kyle Pitts has got more opportunity to get the ball in his hands. But this is the first he hadn't had a touchdown in I didn't know how long. So
Mm.
like to have three, do you get what I
So
mean?
he's the first tight end since Shannon Sharp to have 150 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Mm.
Like,
But the way they were lining him up, it was like he was a wide receiver. So I felt
mm,
like he has a physical domination of a lot of cornerbacks, safeties, and that sort of stuff. Just the height, the build, the speed, everything to go with it. So it's a full package. It just needs to be put on film more often than not. And the Falcons, as we know, are a weird, weird team. They win the games they're not meant to win. They
mhm,
lose the games they're meant to win. So that was another one that we saw on Thursday night from the Bucs perspective. I
mhm,
don't know what they were doing. Baker doesn't look like Baker since that shoulder injury. In fact, before the shoulder injury, but since that shoulder injury, he
mhm.
hasn't looked great. And they had their whole receiving core back.
Yeah,
So there's no excuses now on his part or on the Bucks part of why they've blown a lead like that.
yeah, no, definitely. Because he had a fairly good game. And like you said, quarterback Mike Evans, he acted as if he went in. Not saying he went acting as he just came back from injury and continued where he left off from. That's what I was
Yes, yes,
about
yes.
to say. Because was it what's his name? Is it Jalen McMillan? This was his first game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted him last year. So like, in terms of like their receiving core, the Bucks got a fairly. We don't know if Chris Godwin is going to say next year, but they've got a good receiving core with Booker as well. So.
Yeah. They've got everyone they need, but
Mm,
they just seem to, as of recent anyway, losing to the Saints, then losing to the Falcons.
yeah.
Like 2 games you on paper you go, the Bucks should win regardless of who's out there for the Bucks.
Hmm.
And they go and blow those games. And now you put yourself in a position where you're still leading the division, but you let the Panthers really just be in the door now. And
Hmm.
you now have to go and beat them twice. It's like you had it in your hands where you might be able to lose a game. Now it's like
Yeah.
nothing. So I just feel like for them, if they get in the playoffs, they're dangerous. No, like people will say, "Oh, I don't." No one cares about playing the two teams, the Panthers or Bucks. They'll beat them easily. But I don't know if you want to play those two teams because Baker's a serious, serious playoff quarterback, and we've never seen Bryce Young in there. But the Panthers are young and hungry, so yeah, it'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting into the season.
No, it will. It will. You're right. Yeah. Either way, that first round, any team is going to them. At this, I think as it is in the standings, it's the Seahawks that are going
Mm.
to the Bucks. So that's yeah. Like you said, Baker might just wake up. Then we know he can perform in the postseason. That's nothing for him. And if the Bucks are getting healthy, if they're to go through, then yeah. And then, like you said, with the Panthers, they're up. If you catch them on your bad day, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we
Yeah.
know what upsets they've pulled throughout the season. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, he tends to show up against the Bucks. So had a fantastic game. Roll back the years.
Mm. Well, he's still getting paid
Widen.
50 a year, isn't he? So
Yeah.
oh, he should be playing like he's getting paid 50 million a year. So I like Kirk Cousins. I do like him. I feel like he's a very disrespected around the league just because, or not even around the league, I think in media circles,
Mm.
just because of like, he's made so much money on the franchise tag and doing it the way they don't usually do it. But I do like him as a pocket passer. If you protect him for enough periods of time, he will pick you apart. We've seen that we've seen that all the time, basically.
Yeah, I think with him is because he's been paid so well throughout his career. If I'm not mistaken, he's like top 10 all time in earnings. So and then he hasn't had that much postseason success already, and so that's probably where that part comes from.
Yeah, but how many quarterbacks can we actually say have had great postseason success? There's
Oh
not.
no, it's not his fault. You've given him the money. Do you know what I mean? Or these teams, so it's like it is what it is.